Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of RDK, I'm gonna be reacting to the relatively recent comeback of Twice, Alcohol-Free. I've been meaning to react to this for ever since it was released, honestly, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and do K-pop reactions. But now I have, and now I've sat down, and I am pretty excited to check this one out, although because it's been more than a month since this was released, I have been spoiled on parts of the song, so I kinda already have a preconceived bias against this song because of certain things that I'm gonna maybe mention once I listen to the song at least once. But yeah, I don't know. There's just certain things that have rubbed me the wrong way. It's nothing really major, and it's just stupid superficial things, but I just wanted to point out that I'm kind of preconceived. I have preconceived biases against this song, so yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more for me to really fall in love with this, but who knows? I really like their last comeback, I think it was, with I Can't Stop Me, or maybe they had a bunch of other releases. Honestly, I don't know at this point. I just remember that I really liked I Can't Stop Me, and I consider that one of the best Twice songs ever, so I don't know. Maybe this is gonna be more of a case of like Dance the Night Away, or maybe More and More, I don't know. So without further ado, let's get into it and find out in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the thing that bothers me about this song is definitely the choreo. I don't know why, I just don't like it. But I do like their outfits in the music video. I've already seen a lot of shots of the music video though. That's why I know that I really like their outfits. Like, this music video is definitely a really good looking one. Especially these outfits are my favorite. But there's a lot of good outfits in this music video. Yeah, I don't know why, but just the choreo just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. I don't mean it in a bad way or anything. I don't think it's bad. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Also, the song, for what it is, I think it's fine. I think it's doing its concept actually really well, but I'm honestly probably not gonna really listen to it again after this video. Like, this song is a little bit too chill for me. And the song being chill is fine because it's like a very summery song. Jaeyoung is so cute with that pink hair. Okay, so I definitely have actually quite a few things to say about this release. I think this is one of the best realized concepts that Twice has ever done, because I feel like the music video and the song itself is actually feels pretty complete. Like there's no part in the song or the music video where I feel like that doesn't really work with what the concept is going for. It actually works really well, and I think I honestly, if I was basing it only on that, I would probably give this song a 10 out of 10. And there's still a possibility that I will, because we're still gonna react to it a second time. But my point is that I think it's a really good song. It's really good concept. It's a really good execution of everything like that. And I feel like most people are gonna love this song. But I feel like this song just has a few things that are not really its fault for why I don't like it, but it just doesn't work for me. And I can share a few of the things that don't work for me. Like I said, the dancing just, I don't know, it's weird for me. It rubs me the wrong way for some reason, and I just don't like it. And I can't really even explain to you or tell you why, because I don't even know why it rubs me the wrong way. I just don't really like it. And another thing that kind of ruins the song for me, that is just my problem, not really a problem with the song, is that it's just a song that is kind of singing about alcohol. And I know that the song is called Alchohol-Free, so it's probably, they're probably singing about being able to party without having to drink alcohol or something like that. I don't know, I'm assuming here. But I have a huge distaste for alcohol. So even a song like this that just mentions it and maybe even sings against drinking alcohol just doesn't really work for me. And I know these are weird reasons, but that's just how I feel. And ultimately, the way I do these reactions on my channel is about sharing my honest opinions, which is why I also ask you to not dislike this video just because you disagree with me, or just because I'm not completely in love with this song or anything like that, because I feel like, especially recently with the last few videos that I did, you guys have been, and I'm not saying you specifically, but some of you guys have really been disliking my videos just because I have few criticisms for the song. And like I said, for this song, I think it's actually really good, and it might as well be a 10 out of 10 because I think it's a really good execution of the concept. It's just that I have personal issues with it. And I just personally am not the biggest fan of it. But I don't think it's bad or anything. And still, we're gonna give it a second try before I say my final opinion about it, because that's what we do for every single song. So without further ado, let's get into it again. And maybe I'm gonna like it a little bit more the second time, but who knows. So let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Also, another personal criticism about why I don't like the song as much as I probably could have, is that I feel like it's, I don't know, it's just kind of the same from the beginning to the end. There's not really a variation in any way, shape or form that kind of would keep it a little interesting. And again, I said that's fine because it's a summery chill song, so it doesn't really need to have much switch ups in the song, but for me that makes it a little less interesting. But I still commend the song for being a really good realization of the concept, and the music video is one of their best. Again, for the same reason, one of the best realizations of the concept. And some of the best outfits ever. man, I really like the music video. I'm gonna give you that. I really like the music video. Their charisma in a lot of the shots in the music videos is really good. Like, this music video definitely has some of my favorite shots from Twice music videos. It's definitely an iconic music video. And they all look so good in this music video. Okay, so my opinion didn't really change after the second reaction, at least for the song. I still don't really vibe with the song. As I said, it's a good song. It's the best possible execution of what the song was going for, so in that regard, it's 10 out of 10. But for me personally, it just doesn't really work. But the music video, I'm all over it. I love everything about it. I love how colorful it is. I love all the outfits. The girls look amazing in the music video. I love it. I just freaking love it. It's one of my favorite Twice music videos. That's for fucking sure. But for the song itself, yeah, it just doesn't really work for me. And Twice's summer songs have always been kind of like, not the worst, I don't want to say the worst, but they've just been there kind of for me, so that's just par for the course, I guess. If you like it, that's just fine. That's a valid opinion, just as valid as mine. And honestly, for how good of an execution the music video and the song is, how much I really like the music video, and the fact that this is Twice's 10 mini album, I am going to give this one a 10 out of 10. I think it's good enough, even though I personally don't really like it that much, like this comeback as a whole. I still think it deserves a 10 out of 10, so I hope you guys will still respect my personal opinion that I don't like it. But yeah, if you guys want me to check out the B-sides of this 10th mini album, you can comment down below so I know that there is a demand for it, or potentially go over to my Patreon and subscribe at one of the tiers, specifically the one at which you can you get to request me to do K-pop reactions, be it album reactions as what I'm telling you that you can do, or possibly request some reactions to some other random B-sides or some music videos. It's completely up to you. The only restriction is that you get to request me only like one thing per week. So essentially per month you get like 4 or potentially 5 requests. Which means that one week you can request me to check out a music video, one week you can request me to check out an album or something like that. And I'm also going to restrict that tier to only like maybe 5 people, because otherwise I would get freaking overwhelmed with that stuff, so it's limited. But yeah, you can still just comment down below. The main difference between the two ways you can request me to do stuff is that with commenting on my videos, it's ultimately gonna be up to me whenever I get to do it, or whenever I just want to do the reaction that you guys would requesting me. But showing that there's a demand for it definitely makes me more likely to do it for the sake of views. But yeah, I don't know, it's up to you, whatever you decide. Before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge thanks to my first ever Patreon on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. As I just said, you can join that person over on Patreon by going down to the description box and clicking on the link to my Patreon. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition, because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine, and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me, because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is some for that. Support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!